Hi, I'm Mindy Corcoran with the Faith Always Wins Foundation. With me is Caroline Haynes. She's a member of our Kindness Youth Leadership team.
I'm Caroline, and I'm a senior at Blue Valley North High School, and we are so excited to welcome you to Discover Day. Thank you to our partnering cities for promoting our events and spreading a ripple of kindness throughout.
In today's program, you're going to see 2 charities featured. There are 2 of our 14 charities that we feature annually. And thank you so much to our sponsors. We could not do it without you. Our sponsors help build 7 Days Make a Ripple Change the World. This is our 7th annual experience. And without sponsors, we would not be here today. We appreciate all that you do, and welcome to Discover Day. Please enjoy Discover Day. Hi, I'm Mindy Corcoran with the Faith Always Wins Foundation, and you are finding us at the Hindu Temple and Cultural Center of Kansas City. With me today are Shreya Kordu, and she is with our Kindness Youth Leadership team, and also is Sunaina Dumala. And so we're going to take you on a tour of the Hindu temple. So please walk with us now. One thing you might notice is that we're not wearing any shoes, and that is something that is specific to everyone who enters the Hindu temple. And we're going to walk up here, and I'm going to let our friends tell us why that is.
Usually you take off your shoes because to be respectful to the gods, and in addition to taking off your shoes, you usually wash your feet and hands, and so then you're clean, and then you go pray to the gods.
To add on to what Shreya just said, it's also that because where the god or the shrine is, it's considered to be very pure, and so wearing your shoes and you're walking outside, and then if you walk with the same shoes, you're taking gems, and it's impure to go walk with that. So that's why you leave your footwear away, and then you wash your feet and hands, make yourself pure, and then go inside to pray to the God and seek blessings.
Fantastic. And so I just want to mention too that as we're talking, that Shreya and Sunaina are both representing what they know and how they have practiced Hinduism. And so why don't we walk to our next space, and then we can talk about that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. This is where our main deities are. So it's a prayer room, and then we can call it like a sanctuary or a sanatorium but essentially we go and pray. But before we do that, this is where Lord Ganesh is. So he is preached for knowledge, and he has different names. And one another thing that we pray, Hindus pray to Lord Ganesha, is that to get rid of any hurdles. So before you begin anything new, you pray to Ganesha, and you seek his blessings at whatever you have started, to let it finish successfully without any hurdles.
All right, and so we also see, which is interesting, we see strawberries here. Are strawberries significant, or is food significant?
So it's something like when you pray, you always offer something to the God. So it could be flowers, food, and anything like water, milk, so it's like you offer that, and then you take it from later on as a blessings from the God. So the significance of this is that vibration, right? Mm-hmm. So you're coming here to kind of meditate and get that peace and peacefulness, right? So these are all they do have scientific reasons of why they have that. So when you do that, that vibration is causing in the way your energies go.
I felt it.
Right?
I mean, when the bell rang, you felt the energy.
So that energy. So you're trying to get rid of the negative energy, and it's all like you're trying to bring in all the positive energy.
Okay, I'd like to know, do you all at home, in your shrine areas of your home, do you each have a bell also?
Yeah, but it's like
it's
a
mini one.
So it goes like this, and there's like a stick, and then it's like the bell, and then you just like ring it like that.
And you get that energy away, the negative energy, before you sit down to pray. Okay, great, thank you. Next, ladies, we're going to go into what you called like the prayer room or a sanctuary.
So before doing that, since we are here,
Okay.
we need to pray to Ganesha,
We
right?
need to pray to Ganesha.
So we pray. So how we pray is that we bring our hands together, like the Namaste, right?
Okay.
So then you keep it close to your heart, and then you pray to the God.
So right now I'm gonna say the prayer that I usually say before I take a test. And it goes, Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarva Karyeshu Sarvada. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you. All right, now we can go in.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have been here a few times, and each time I've been here, I know there have been different places where I've needed to sit or stand depending on who else was here. And then I know there's a protocol for going around in a circle. So can you explain the process when someone would enter here for prayer?
So like you see many deities there, right? You always walk in the clockwise direction. So the Sanskrit word for that is parikrama or pradakshina.
Pradakshina.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, in English it's circumambulate. So you're going in circle and you're walking. Like I was just saying before we got onto camera, like I had to research myself because I did not want to misspeak of something. And so what I learned is that pra means very much, or it would also mean that onward or forward, and dakshina means south or right. So you're always walking onward towards your right. So because the God is on the right, to your right. And then he's in the center, so he's at the center of everything, center of gravity, center of the universe. So from any distance from that center, you're equidistant from God.
And I think that's fascinating, and it's very familiar to me, being on the right, when you mention the right, because in the Bible, we read a lot of scriptures that talk about God is on the right hand of God. The right hand of God gives this or takes that, etc. And so it's interesting to hear you talk about this, and then for me to reflect and just consider some similarities to that, and that God is in the center. So God is supposed to be the center of your life and of my life. That's how I live as well. Okay. I'm seeing in front of me a lot of different deities, correct? Deities and gods. Shreya, can you speak to, we were talking off video, but can you speak to all the gods and then what you said about there being one God?
Well, so even though there's multiple gods, it's like in our religion, it's like all of them are just one form technically, and they're just in different forms. And so like in each form, like they have a different story, a different like way they are, and like a different purpose, and yeah.
Okay, so like a purpose or a responsibility. And so I'm going to link this again to Christianity just to give a comparison. So in Christianity, we have the Holy Spirit and Jesus and God, and they are one, even though they are three separate and we speak about them separately. So it sounds, this is the first time I've actually made that connection.
Yeah.
The way that you said that is that they represent and have different responsibilities, but really you are praying to, it is one God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like if you remember the last time, they were giving us some holy water in our hands, right? The priests were standing here and they were giving us holy water. So that is called tirtham, which is the holy water. So that is like again like the blessings of the God that you're being given. And you take it with your right hand and like this, and you place it on your left, and this is because it's so holy that you don't wanna make sure that no droplet is being fallen on the ground. So that is like a disrespect.
Okay.
And then
I'm going to make another connection. when I've been in the Catholic Church, and I'm not specifically Catholic, but when I've been in the Catholic Church and I was allowed to have communion, because you're not always allowed to have communion in a Catholic Church, and people place a hand over the other hand, and I never exactly knew why that was, but it sounds very familiar and similar to it being so holy when you are given the sacrifice, the communion. All right, ladies, why don't we head on out?
Yeah.
Do we
Let
need
me
to pray?
just pray.
We need to pray.
कर सकते हैं. Usually, so we try to sit here at least for a few seconds, because back home the temples are built with like the way they are built with pillars and like it's that the way air and everything circulates. This is where you want to be stress-free and peaceful and absorb all of that positive energy, right? So that's why they make sure that you sit at least for some time and then you head out.
You're still.
Yeah.
Sit and be
Yes,
still
and meditate and feel
and feel God.
Yes.
Thanks for giving both Shreya and I the opportunity to give a glimpse of the Hindu temple and how Hinduism is being followed and being observed by the Hindus here locally in Kansas City. Hopefully we've given you enough information to come and see and visit the temple and learn more about Hinduism.
And I feel like I learned a ton by coming here, and I hopefully like learn more as I grow older, and hopefully more people have gained interest and want to learn more too.
On behalf of Shreya and Sunaina, we want to thank you all for participating with us in Discover Day. We learned a lot, and we hope that you learned a lot as well. We did confirm that tours are available through the Hindu temple, but you would need to go to the Hindu temple website. Thank you. You need to go to the Hindu temple website and register with their interfaith leader. And then you could take a private tour. And we hope that we've piqued your interest, and we appreciate very much that you've attended Discover Day with 7 Days Make a Ripple, Change the World.
Natalie Kelly. I'm a freshman and I go to Shawnee Mission South. I won the 7 Days art competition Discover button. I entered the 7 Days button competition because I found my school sent out an email about volunteer opportunities, and I clicked on your website and I found all these different cool things that you guys did, and I clicked on them. What Discover means to me is being like positive and finding things that are new and interesting to you. I was inspired by Discover actually, because like there's a lot of things we don't know, and I think the most thing that we mostly don't know about is space. I think art projects a lot of positivity in my life because it's just so colorful. I think art can encourage kindness by like the colors, and it's just so happy. Just like happy pieces about art make people happy. I encourage kindness by trying to be positive as possible. I think the 7 Days organization spreads a lot of happy to people with all their volunteering and helping people pay for colleges, and I think it's really cool.
So I'm Caroline Haynes, I'm 18, and I'm from Kansas City.
I'm Kate Levinson, I'm 17, and I'm from Kansas City as well.
I'm Ragini, and I'm 15 years, and I'm from India.
Hi, I am Vani, and I am 18 years old, and I am from Abohar, Punjab, India.
My first question is, what are your guys' school hours in India? So what time do you start school? What time is lunch? What time do you get out of school?
For me, I'm in a boarding school, so our school starts at 8:30, and then we have a tea break, so from 15 minutes tea break from 11:15 to 11:25. Then we have it till 1:15, and then 1:15 to 2 o'clock is lunch. Then 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, there's another afternoon class.
And then what about you, Vani?
Actually, I don't go to school. I did my school up to 10th. Now I am in the mid-mission.
So what's the thing you're in right now? Like if you're not in school, what are you doing, I guess?
I am going to the exam called, do you know what is NEET? Medical exam. It's a medical exam for MBBS to enter in the entrance test for the MBBS.
Okay.
And
So is it to get into medical school, or are you already in medical school?
I am in the Indian school only, but I have to only appear for the exams.
What is a typical after-school activity that kids are involved in India? Like a very common sport that you guys play, or maybe a club?
For our school, they're like, you have to choose sports. So if you choose basketball, you go for basketball. If you choose football, then it's football.
What sport are you involved in?
I'm in basketball.
It's fun.
So do you guys have to be in a sport?
Yeah, it's compulsory to choose a sport. So
Okay.
as soon as classes get over, it's sports time.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm boarding school, so this is our routine.
Oh, right. You're at boarding
Class
school.
visits.
My school also have, it's not compulsory for us that we have to be in sports. We have other curricular activities also. If the person doesn't like sports, we can also choose dancing activities, music, and other activities. I personally didn't like sports, so I was in dance.
And then I guess the next question is like, is it common to go to college like right after high school, or what's like the next step usually after high school?
Usually after high school, we go to college. And then there are 3 years for college, mainly 4 years. If you take like doctor, they're like you have to take for 10 years. 10 years, and if you take law, it's 5 years. So it depends.
Where do you guys want to go to college?
First, I need to pass back board exams, and then I'll think about it later.
So are your guys' board exams like kind of the entry into college? Like we have like the ACT or like the SAT, and that's like kind of a way to get into college. So is that like what the board
Like
exam?
our 10th and 12th grades, like they matter the most for colleges. Like you need to get like 95%.
What kind of social medias are you guys into?
Mainly Instagram, and then there's YouTube.
I also like Instagram, and I spend my much time in Instagram, using Instagram, YouTube, Snapchats. But I personally do like Instagram also.
What about you guys?
I mean, I use like Instagram and Snapchat and stuff, but I feel like I spend a lot of time on TikTok as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think I've had Instagram the longest, and I use Snapchat a lot to like communicate with my friends, but my time is very much consumed on TikTok. Do you guys use TikTok?
It's actually
TikTok is
banned in
banned in
India.
India.
Oh, it is banned in India. That's interesting.
Do you guys have like, is there like a TikTok alternative kind of thing? Like, is
Yes,
there
there's Instagram Reels.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So we use Snapchat a lot to kind of text our friends, send videos, all that stuff. Do you guys use it in that same way, or do you guys
Yes.
text them more?
We use Instagram or WhatsApp more to text. It's mainly for pictures, Snapchat.
So WhatsApp is like your main form of communication?
Yes.
Okay.
WhatsApp and Instagram.
So what like are your guys' favorite festivals and holidays to celebrate?
There are actually many festivals in India. You might know that. So my favorite one is Diwali. So like you burst crackers, and then for my family we get together. There's one puja held, and then the family get together, we talk and all that.
Sounds so fun. What about you, Vani?
I personally like two festivals. That's the common one, Holi and Diwali. Diwali is the same, and the Holi is the colors festival of colors. We apply colors to each other, and at Diwali we fire crackers and greets to each other, send gifts to each other. There is puja. We decorate our homes and lit lights.
Does like everyone in India celebrate those, or is that kind of like more religious, or like how, is it?
It's a Hindu festival.
And what time of the year is that? Is it usually?
It's in November. October, November.
What you guys were you guys able to celebrate it like how you usually do this year with like COVID and everything, or did that change?
Yeah, Diwali I could celebrate it.
I could also celebrate Diwali, but I was not able to celebrate Holi because the corona started at that time, and my parents scolded me that you will not play Holi this time.
What do your guys' like school breaks look like?
My school starts from, it's actually 4 months in school and then 2 months at home. So from January 20th to May, mid of May, it's like school time. And then from mid of May to July mid, it's break time. It's monsoon holidays. And then from July mid to November mid, it's again school time. And then November end to January mid, it's holidays, winter holidays.
Is that how your school's like, Bonnie, even though you don't go to boarding school?
Actually, up to 10th, my session started from March. Then we had exams in May, June. Then we have summer week, 1 month holidays. Then after that, we have Diwali holidays, and all time I have school.
What are common like vacation spots that people like to go to during breaks?
They come to the hillside, and then there's the beach side and all. Or people go for trekking to the Himalaya areas.
Where's your favorite place that you visited?
In India, it's I guess it's Rajasthan. It's in a desert area.
For me, I visited for 1 month in the south of India, Kerala to Kanyakumari. I did the whole visit with my family, and it was very monsoon type weather, and I enjoyed very much greenery was there.
How do you guys receive, and if you do, how do you receive information about American teens?
We mainly get to know about you guys like from movies, Hollywood movies, or when I watch the YouTube channel through a little bit through that.
What are some of your favorite movies that kind of portray the American lifestyle?
There are so many movies. Like there's one movie, Clueless. You know, it's on Netflix. Clueless. Have you watched that?
Yes.
That movie. Then I mainly watch series. So through that, I don't remember. It's like I've watched so many. Which kind of movies do you like? Funny, action movies, fantasy?
I can be open to it all.
Yeah, I'm definitely more into TV shows than I am into movies. So like I really enjoy I used to really like Gossip Girl. I love Grey's Anatomy. I'm watching The Crown right now on Netflix.
I watched The Crown.
You did watch The Crown?
Yes. It's really nice. Do you guys watch Friends?
Yes.
Yeah, I love like the typical like girly or like sitcom-y like kind of shows. Like Gossip Girl is so good. Or I just watched Bridgerton. Have you guys watched that?
Bridgerton is really good.
Well, even I watched Bridgerton.
Yeah. What are your guys' like favorite activities to do with your friends?
Like when we talk at night, like Saturday nights, we have TV time, so we can sleep late. So all of it is like a group of friends, like 4 or 5 friends. So we just sit and chat, like what everything would happen in the week.
What about you, Bonnie? Do you have any like favorite activities to do with your friends?
We have night outs. Eventually, when someone has birthday, we have night outs. We watch movies and share every memories and laughs together. That's the best moment with the friends.
Thank you guys so much for helping us. We really appreciate it. And it was very interesting and very fun to talk to you guys.
Yes, thank you guys so much. We'll definitely be following you on Instagram.
Yeah, good luck with your guys' exams. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
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 See you.
I'm Louisa Weinrich. I am the Executive Director of Bags of Fun Kansas City. Our mission at Bags of Fun Kansas City is to bring the therapeutic power of play to children who are fighting long-term life-threatening illnesses. We do that through our signature program, which is delivering a bag of fun to these children while they're in active treatment. What makes them unique and impactful is they are handpicked for each child based on their interests, their treatment needs, and their plan. So no two bags of fun are alike. It contains some favorite items for each child along with tag-along items and is really meant to bring them joy, laughter, and relief during a time when they're very isolated and anxious and fearful. So hoping to distract them from all those things that are about their disease and get them into the world of playing, because children who play heal faster. We are planning on having 2 in-person live events this year. One is a family-centric event called June Jam on June the 13th. And the other one is our annual Black and White Gala, which is on September the 18th. All the information's on our website, which is www.bagsoffunkansascity.org. But you can also just go to our website and sponsor a bag as a person or a family, or sponsor a few items for a bag. And that's really the easiest way to make an impact on a child's life.
My name is Brandon Wayne Nixon. I'm one of the chief project officers and one of the co-founders of Veterans Community Project. Our mission at Veterans Community Project is obviously end veteran homelessness, right? But not just end veteran homelessness, but also tackle a lot of the underlying issues, what made them homeless to begin with. And coming here in the next year or so, we're also building a campus for any veteran, right? It doesn't matter if you served a day in the military, 30 years in the military, homeless, not homeless, or whatever your status is, it's a place for you in Kansas City to be able to walk through our doors and say, you know what, I just want to talk to other vets, bro. I may need help. Our biggest need right now is not only just volunteers, but funding, right? You know, we are a completely privately funded organization. The reason why we stay completely privately funded is because we help any veteran, again, that walks through our doors. So a lot of people don't know this, but we help dishonorably discharge, honorably discharge, reservists and National Guard. In a lot of cases, there's actually no funding out there for dishonorably discharged veterans, etc. And so we help any veteran. On top of that, is getting involved. You know, sharing the word. If you know any veterans on the street or know any veteran family members, get them involved. I mean, this is an awesome organization. The houses, I mean, we have flip teams here. We have outreach teams here. We have volunteers here that work the front desk. So there's a lot of different ways to get involved. Reach out to us on either our website, it's veteranscommunityproject.org, or follow us and like us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it, right? There's a lot of different ways to get involved.
Hello, my name is Jill Silva. I am the former food editor at the Kansas City Star, and I will be sharing a story with you a little later. For now, I'd like to introduce Jyoti Mukharji, a wonderful Indian cook in Kansas City who teaches classes from her home, and she'll be making some very delicious Indian dishes for you. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Laura Kinney. I'm one of the co-chairs of Discover Day for Give 7 Days.
Hello, I am Sunaina Dumala. I am also one of the event co-chairs for the Discover Day for Give 7 Days.
And I'm Caroline Haynes, and I'm on the Kindness Youth Leadership Team with Discover Day. Today we're going to be learning about traditional Indian cuisine and culture through Jyoti Mukharji.
Hi, this is Jyoti Mukharji, and I will be doing a short video for you all on how to cook a couple of Indian dishes. And I'm grateful to be a part of this wonderful event, and feel very honored that I have such wonderful people on my patio, which is where I will be doing the class. Normally I do it in my kitchen, but due to the pandemic, I will be teaching on the patio.
We are so much honored to be here this afternoon and to be doing this video with you so that all our followers can get a glimpse into Indian culture. Thank you so much, Jyoti Auntie, for having us here today.
My pleasure. So our first thing that I will be doing today is vegetable pakoras. These are dumplings or fritters that we make with a special flour called gram flour, and I will make the batter in front of you and then tell you how exactly I get to the point where I do, and then we start deep frying. To make these fritters, we use this special flour called gram flour. This is available at all Indian markets, and it's kind of yellowish in color, and it's called besan in our language. B as in boy, E-S-A-N. This is a flour that you get. It is actually gluten-free and very high in protein. So I'm going to go ahead and add some cilantro, some coriander powder to the flour. Then I'm going to add some cumin powder. So we're going to add some cumin to the gram flour, and then we are going to add something called mango powder, which I know there was a lot of excitement when somebody was reading the menu that, oh, my mango, I love mangoes and I have them in my freezer, but this has nothing to do with the ripe mangoes. These are cooking mangoes. These are raw mangoes that have been dehydrated and then powdered. They are extremely, extremely tart. So what this is going to do is it'll give a tart taste to the dumplings, and so or the fritters, and so that is what we are going to add to the now I'm going to add a pinch of baking soda. Then I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of oil, just canola oil, nothing fancy. And this is because we want the outside of the fritters to be crispy and the inside to be soft. And this is what is going to do that. So we are going to add these couple of tablespoons of oil. And then a little cayenne pepper. We are going to keep it very, very mild. Very mild here. All right. And then we'll add some salt. And then I'm going to get the water here, and we'll make our batter. So before I make the batter, I think I'm going to start heating up my stove so that we can heat the oil in which we are going to fry. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and add some water, and we'll make it like a thick pancake batter. So you see what it looks like? This is what it's going to look like. And to this, I'm going to add a little more water. And then I have some onions here. And you can use any onion you want. You can use red, white, yellow, green, whatever onion you want. The only onion I wouldn't want you to use is the sweet onion, because you don't want your fritters to be sweet. So that would be the only no-no. Some green chilies right here. These are not hot at all. These are mild, and I buy these at the Indian market. And I'm going to use a little bit of cilantro.
Using potato, but then you can also add like raw banana. You can use like raw.
I have chopped potatoes here. They are small cubed potatoes. These are just russet potatoes that I'm going to go ahead and add to the batter here.
The other thing that is very popular from like in the southern part is jalapeno fritters.
Okay, so now I'm going to test my oil to see if it is hot enough. And what I'm going to do is, all I have to do is just put a drop of this in the oil. If it comes up right away, it is sizzling and it is almost ready to go. Either it begins to sizzle right away or it sizzles and comes up to the surface of the oil. Either way, that means the oil is at a good temperature. And I'm going to just fill my pan. This is a wok that I got from India, but I'm going to fill this up completely with these fritters so that there is no space left.
So each one is about what size?
Oh, about a tablespoon of
Pretty small then.
yes, because they're going to, because of the baking soda in there, they're going to expand.
And then how long does it usually take
Oh,
for them to cook?
probably a good 7 to 9 minutes, depending on your flame. All right, I'm getting ready to turn some of these or all of these.
Everything that I had to learn. So it's so different. So, like I feel like India is so vast and it's so different. I feel like I only know like a
All right, guys, I am ready to serve you the fritters. And we are going to have this with a green chutney that I make myself. It's made with cilantro and green apples. We are going to make these masala Brussels sprouts, and I have the oil heating here, and all the cooking is being done in canola oil. So I'm going to go ahead and put in these potatoes first so that they get kind of lightly fried and have a kind of a brownish coating on all sides so that they're nice and crispy with the Brussels sprouts. So here go the, and you can use russet, red potatoes, golden potatoes, whatever potatoes you like, but it does give a beautiful texture to the dish if you add the potatoes. I also wanted to mention that I do have a YouTube page which is called Jyoti's Indian Kitchen. I have several recipes there. If you would like to visit and subscribe to my page, I would so appreciate that. I have anything ranging from chutneys all the way up to butter chicken, chana masala, biryanis, you name it, and it's there, and also different kinds of Indian salads. So do not hesitate to visit my YouTube page, as well as, if you like it, then please subscribe. All right, let's go. You see my potatoes are browned right here. Do you see that? All right, so to this I'm going to now, I'll be very quick because these powders burn very quickly. The oil is hot, so I'm going to add some coriander powder, some cumin powder, and some mango powder. All right, so we're going to do this quickly so that we can fry it with the potatoes and not have anything burn. You always add less cumin powder, more coriander powder, and the mango powder is whatever you want to have. So I'm sorry, but measurements are given. I'm just kidding. Measurements are given in your recipe, so please add according to the recipe. Here we go. And a little bit of cayenne. Just a tad bit, Melinda. And then I'm going to go ahead and put all these Brussels sprouts in here. And the one thing that I haven't put is the salt, but let me just stir it up a little bit and then I'll add the salt because I don't want the spices to burn. All right, here we go with the salt. All right, do you see, guys, what the Brussels sprouts looks like? Yeah? So we're going to let it, yes, and it should be blistered. That's what we are trying to achieve here, is the blistering. See let me show you. You see how the Brussels sprouts is toasty, roasted, and that's what we want. I just want to make sure that it's all done. Looks good? Yeah? All right. I will be teaching butter chicken as my next dish here, and I have some marinated chicken that these are chicken thighs that I have marinated with ginger, garlic, cilantro, hung yogurt, which is thick yogurt. Now we cannot use Greek yogurt for this, but this is regular yogurt, Danone or Mountain High, whatever your local brand in your grocery store is. You can what we do to make hung yogurt is take a strainer and put the required amount in the strainer and then let the water drip. And you'll be amazed how much water comes out, because we don't want the marinade to be very liquidy. So we use the thick yogurt. Greek yogurt, the problem of using Greek yogurt is that if you use Greek yogurt in the cooking process, it breaks into solids and liquid. And so you will have cottage cheese on your hands and your dish is not going to taste very good. So, and the other thing that I have here is, of course, lemon juice, a little bit of canola oil, and coloring. Now, on your menu, I have said that you can use a combination of red and orange yellow, red and yellow coloring to make an orange color. I prefer to go natural, so I have used turmeric in my coloring. So this chicken, when it's done, will kind of look yellowish in color, and then we'll put it in the butter chicken sauce, which we will make separately here. So right now I have this on skewers, and these are my custom made skewers that I got from India, and I have these threaded and ready to go. You can put them on the grill if you'd like to do the grill, which is absolutely a wonderful thing to do, or you can put them in the oven. We are going to put these in the oven today at 375 for 35 minutes and then take them out, and these will be ready. And in the meantime, while they are cooking, we're going to make our sauce. So I have this dish here, or the Le Creuset pan, and I have already gotten some oil in here, and we are making the sauce for the butter chicken. So the first thing we're going to do is, I have some sliced onions here. These are just yellow onions that I have sliced, thinly sliced, and I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. And you don't have to worry about the oil heating up. It will heat up ultimately, but we can go ahead and put these because we are going to just saute these in the oil till they are brown in color. And once the frying is done, then we will go ahead and add a few wonderful things to the onions. Thank you. So we'll be adding fenugreek once the onions are browned. We'll add some tomato puree. Now, there is a word on tomato puree. When you make butter chicken, please do not use anything but tomato puree. This is tomato puree. There's 1.5 cups because I'm doing 1.5 times the recipe so that everybody can have a wonderful meal afterwards. And tomato, nothing but tomato puree. No tomato sauce, no tomato paste, no tomato crushed tomatoes, no stewed tomatoes, none of those. It has to be tomato puree, otherwise your butter chicken will not come out right. All right, to this I'm going to go ahead, while it is happening, I'm going to go ahead and add a little kasuri methi. This is good enough because this is light brown. They are no longer raw and they have changed color. And we are going to add a little bit of kasuri methi. This is going to give a beautiful flavor to our butter chicken. And it's 1/2 teaspoon, but I'm doing 1.5 times. So some garam masala right here. And you know I'm adding the right amount, right? Some cayenne pepper, but we won't make it very spicy, not very hot at all. And some turmeric. And then we are ready to pour the tomato puree. After this, what we'll do is, while the chicken is cooking, this has to cool down, because once it cools down, then we are going to grind this and make it into a paste. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of switch places here, because I don't want any heat on this anymore, and I'm going to let it cool. And once it cools, we're going to grind it in a blender. And then we're going to bring our chicken out. Hopefully it will be done by then. And then in the same pan, I'll put some butter. We will put the chicken tikkas that we have made and put those in the butter and kind of toss them around, and then top it with this sauce and kind of let it simmer together. And once that is done, if the gravy is too thick, we will go ahead and add a little bit of whole milk and let it simmer through. And once that happens, we'll cover it and wait till we are ready to eat. We just took the chicken out of the oven and I'm taking it off the skewers. It's a little hot, but I am phantom, so nothing bothers me. And here we go. And so right now I'm going to go ahead and put some butter in the pan. And we're going to just pour the liquid and the chicken, everything right there in with the butter. And we'll mix it well. And then you see this sauce of ours that I blended, that we had made. I blended it in the blender, and we're going to pour this right on top of the chicken. And you know, I come from a country where we don't waste anything, so we are going to put some milk in here, and we are going to get everything off. So we'll take this. All right, guys, one thing that I forgot while we were cooking the sauce was I forgot to put the salt and the sugar. Butter chicken is always a little on the sweeter side. So I'm going to add a little sugar to the sauce. Now, Indian cooking is not a science like baking, where if you have skipped something and you've forgotten something, that if you add it at a later point, the dish is ruined. Nothing happens. It's perfect. It will be just perfect. So we have no worries here at all. And I'm going to add a little salt, and the salt is for the sauce, not for the chicken, because the chicken was already salted. So we are going to add a little bit of we are done. Thank you for joining me for this butter chicken recipe that we cooked today. I am delighted to be a part of the Discover Day series, and it has been an absolute pleasure to have everybody here on my patio. I do want to remind all of you that even though I have been doing these since the last 11 years, since 2019, I am a 501(c), which means that I'm a not-for-profit, and all my profits that I do get from my cooking classes go to charity, local charities that I support here in Kansas City. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jill Silva, and I'm the former food editor at the Kansas City Star. I am sharing a story for Discover Day on kindness. My story takes us to Brazil, and I was there with my husband, who's Brazilian, and we had just moved to a town called Jacareí, which is in São Paulo state, and it was we were alone, no family there, and we soon found out that we also were going to be living in the hotel because there was a shortage of apartments. Often I would go to the park across the street and write in my journal, take pictures, just hang out. One day, as I'm writing, a soccer ball rolls up to my feet, and I look down and roll it back to the group of soccer players. Suddenly a boy is pushed in my direction, and he says in very halting English, "Do you speak English? Are you American?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Wait here, don't move." And he ran home, and a few minutes later, two women came to the park. One of the women was his mother. Her name was Cleide, and she didn't speak a word of English. And the other was Tanya, her 16-year-old daughter and Julian's sister, and she spoke beautiful English. And so we talked for a while, And then at one point, Cleji kind of interrupts and pulls on Tanya's sleeve, says something in Portuguese, which Tanya translates to me. My mother says that you need to come home for lunch with us. And so I followed the family home and ate lunch with them. And that continued for many, many weeks while I was there. And I got to know the town and Brazil and what daily life was like. And that included eating with them on a daily basis. So I was eating a lot of rice and beans, which I remember very fondly. That was supplemented sometimes with some sort of meat, often beef, and a small salad, usually just lettuce and tomato. It was a wonderful memory. And then I lost track of my family, which I feel very bad about. But the good thing is that this past year, Tanya got back in touch with me on Facebook. And the big surprise is that she actually lives in St. Louis now with her family. And so as soon as the pandemic is over, we'll be getting together. And I think it is my turn to cook for her. So thank you for allowing me to share this memory. And I hope you see the kindness.
What a fantastic experience. I'm sure that you enjoyed that. I know I did. With me right now is Kate Levinson, also a member of our Kindness Youth Leadership Team.
Hi, I'm Kate Levinson. I'm a junior at Blue Valley High School. On behalf of the Discover Day team, we'd like to thank you, Caroline, Sunaina, Laura, and myself. Really appreciate you all being here.
Yes, we do appreciate you being here, and we could not have done it without our sponsors. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors who have helped with the entire 7 days Make a Ripple, Change the World, and specifically for Discover Day.
And our sponsoring cities who help put the word out about Faith Always Wins and 7 Days.
That's right. We really appreciate the communication that you give to our community, and you help bring people in, and that's probably why many of you were watching today, because your city told you about our events, and we appreciate that. We also hope that you enjoyed, I know I did, 2 of our featured 14 charities that we show during our 7 days Make a Ripple, Change the World.
We'll be sending a survey to your email if you would like to take that and give us feedback so we can help improve and do better for next year.
Kate, can you tell me what you enjoyed about putting Discover Day together?
I think this year was really unique, putting it on virtually and getting to collaborate with my team and getting to know everyone even through Zoom and having to adjust and adapt with everyone.
Thanks for joining us for Discover Day.